Please welcome our MCs for the 2023 76th Golden Sheaf Awards, Joanne McDonald and George Evans.
And the city of Yorkton is located on Treaty 4 territory, the original lands of the Cree, Ojibwe, Saulteaux, Nakota, Lakota, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. We respect and honor the treaties that would have been made on all the territories. We acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we are committed to move forward in partnership with the Indigenous nations in the spirit of reconciliation and collaboration.
Let us thank all the fine folks who have prepared and delivered this amazing meal for us tonight here at the Gallagher Center. And thanks for the hard work and great organization from the Yorkton Film Festival volunteers, the sponsors, and partners. Without their help, the festival would not be able to call itself the longest running festival in North America. Is that you, sweetie, or is that me?
I think that's still you, but you know what? They'll forgive us because it's early
in,
days.
I put pink on it.
So I have yellow. Anyway, with us tonight.
Gender specific, you know. Go ahead.
So what does that mean when you have yellow?
I'm going to do part 4. You do part 3.
Okay.
Hello, we don't have a teleprompter this year, so it's going to be a very bumpy night. Fasten your seatbelt.
Anyway, with us tonight are the members of the Yorkton Lions Club, our partner in Lobster Fest. I know everyone enjoyed the food, shooting, fun, networking, and lack of rain last night. So thank you very much to the Lions. We are pleased to announce this year that Access Communications Cooperative is proud to be the exclusive broadcaster for this 76th Yorkton Film Festival. And as you know, it showcases some of the very best filmmakers and content producers from across Canada. You can watch the Golden Sheaf Awards on AccessNow TV channel, Go app, or online at myaccess.ca/YFF. We're also live, so I hope my mom and dad are watching.
My mom and dad would have to watch from someplace considerably farther, but I'm sure they would if they could and if they knew how to click on a link, which they never did. Over the last 76 years, the Yorkton Film Festival has become the premier event for Canadian filmmakers. Did you just read that bit? Did I cut and paste the wrong stuff?
No, but you know what? We cannot say enough how awesome Yorkton is.
All right.
We cannot say enough.
Going to, pardon us, we're live. We were going to edit this bit out, but it didn't happen. So once again, the past 76 years, the Yorkton Film Festival has become the premier event for Canadian filmmakers to showcase their work with the most rigorous adjudication process of any festival. This year, we've convened 15 juries in 7 cities across Canada: Vancouver, Edmonton, Saskatoon, Regina, Winnipeg, Toronto, Montreal, and Halifax. Each jury was comprised of 5 industry members to adjudicate the submissions in the category. Our thanks to these dedicated industry professionals for volunteering their time and expertise in making this year's Golden Sheaf Awards and every Golden Sheaf Awards possible.
Thank you. And now I'd like to extend our incredibly warm welcome to the Yorkton Film Festival Painted Hand Casino Golden Sheaf Awards to the Honourable Laura Ross, Minister of Parks, Culture and Sport, Government of Saskatchewan, and a great friend of the festival. Welcome, Laura.
Well, good evening, everyone. Let me begin by acknowledging the land where we are gathered today is Treaty 4 territory and the home of the Métis. So thank you so much for inviting me here today on behalf of Premier Scott Moe and the Government of Saskatchewan. I would also like to acknowledge MLA Greg Ottenbright, who is in attendance this evening. Now, I'm honored to be here to celebrate the Yorkton Film Festival 76 years of amazing history. And we were just talking earlier that this used to be held at the high school in the auditorium, but I guess because you can't drink wine at school, it's no longer there. But I remember going to it when I was younger. Anyways, this is, 76 years. It's an incredible achievement. And, for the community the size of Yorkton, you should all be very proud of this historic milestone. And it's so wonderful to see some of the excellent work being done in our province and featured here at the Yorkton Film Festival. Saskatchewan's creative industry, it's growing. There's not only more productions, but also diverse productions. We have many action movies, rom-coms. There you go, Molly. Molly, my chief of staff, loves rom-coms. Just thought I'd let you guys know that. And documentaries, and we, had a chance to talk to some filmmakers this evening about some exciting documentaries that are going to be produced in this province, dramas and reality-based TV shows. And it's why, for the second year in a row, the Saskatchewan government has increased funding to Creative Saskatchewan Film and Television Production Grant. So, in the last 2 years, the grant program budget went from $2 million to $12 million. So I think that's pretty incredible. And it's because we believe in this industry, and it's a promise, in the talent here in this province, and then the contribution that the film industry makes to our economy. We know that this support will help us to continue attracting bigger and better projects to Saskatchewan, and projects that very well may appear at this festival. The Yorkton Film Festival is a premier cultural attraction. I know everybody was talking about the event on, was it Friday night? Well, tonight's a pretty special night too. And it remains one of North America's longest continuous running film festival, with roots that reach back to 1947. You have to think of it, 1947, Yorkton Film Festival. Who would have thought? Like, seriously, everyone, think about it. And it's astonishing achievement for a community of just over 16,000 people. Each year, Yorkton punches above its weight, so we should just kind of give Yorkton a big round of applause. And each year, the Yorkton Film Festival sets new standards for artistic and cultural excellence. So thank you to the talented filmmakers here today for sharing your talent with us and showcasing Saskatchewan to the world. Now, standing here tonight, it's hard not to think about and recognize the dedication and commitment of the local leaders and the volunteers who make this festival possible over the years. A big round of applause. And I also want to send a special thank you to the board of directors, festival staff, film industry professionals for your commitment to this event, and to Canada's finest filmmakers. So thank you again for having me here this evening, and I look forward to the rest of the evening and the festivities. Thank you, everyone.
And we're back.
Yes. Thank you, Minister Ross and the Government of Saskatchewan, for your incredible commitment to film and media production in Saskatchewan. It's going to be a great future for our industry. Thank you again. Just a bit of housekeeping before we bring up our first award. For the people that are going to be lucky enough to come up to receive a golden sheaf, and if you're a presenter, the word is, don't touch the mics. They've been positioned strategically. They can pick up your voice if you're 7 feet tall or 5 feet tall. So if you just leave them as is, everybody will be much happier.
I've got money on who's going to be the first person to touch this microphone.
Don't move the mics.
At all.
So our first category of the evening is the Indigenous Award, and is sponsored by the Painted Hand Casino. Painted Hand Casino is a fabulous partner of the festival, and we'd like to thank them for their continued support as the event sponsor of this evening's gala, as well as sponsoring the Thursday night opening screening for the past 14 years. How many people were out on Thursday night to see the film? Amazing. And we couldn't do that without the Painted Hand Casino. Right now, I'd like to welcome Rebecca Bend from Painted Hand to give out the first award.
The Indigenous Award is presented to a production which explores issues relating to the Indigenous peoples, stories or viewpoints from an Indigenous perspective. At least one of the key creative positions, either the producer, writer, or director, must be a person of Indigenous descent. The nominees are
Indigenous, presented by Painted Hand Casino. The Rainbow Bridge, production company, Keep Your Stick on the Ice Productions. The Pretendians, production company, Paul Kemp Productions. Arctic Song, production company, Atakut Productions Incorporated and the National Film Board of Canada co-production. Lee Buffalo Ain Lu Kishu, production company, Dye Films. War for the Woods, production company, Makwa Creative.
the Indigenous Award goes to War for the Woods.
This idea that we have a responsibility to the earth, not a right to it, is at the center of Indigenous laws and worldviews around the world. The loss of old growth doesn't just impact climate and biodiversity. It has major impacts on the health and cultures of Indigenous peoples. The bark, the trees, the plants, and the animals underneath are all at the heart of many Indigenous ways of being.
Unfortunately, due to a shooting schedule conflict, the director could not make it here to accept the Golden Sheaf. They have extended their gratitude to the Yorkton Film Festival.
Thank you and congratulations to the winner. We have 3 awards to hand out right now. The award for Performing Arts and Entertainment, sponsored by Ministry of Parks, Culture and Sport, will be presented by Minister Laura Ross. The Honourable Greg Ottenbright, MLA Yorkton, will be introducing the award for Children's and Youth Productions, sponsored by Saxtel. Darlene Stacku, former president, will be presenting the Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan Award. So welcome them to the stage.
Welcome and good luck to the nominees.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's my pleasure to present the award in the category of Best Animation Under 30 Minutes, sponsored by the Canadian Association of Cinematoons, and the nominees are
Performing Arts and Entertainment, presented by Government of Saskatchewan, Ministry of Parks, Culture and Sport. Typecastress, production company, Flowing Line Pictures, Little Libertine Playhouse. Maybe Next Year, production company, Folks Films. F You and F Your Friends Too, production company, Folks Films. Wee Wee Ma. The Body of My Name.
And the winner is, we should have had a drum roll, right? But I guess there was one in there. The Body of My Name.
Well, it's a little intimidating giving the first speech of the night, but I would just like to give a huge thank you to Randy and Tainika. I really come back to this festival. This is my second year here. I really come back for the hospitality and just the community vibe that I can't get in a big city like Vancouver. So I'm just a big city girl looking for my small town fix. But anyways, thank you for this award for the film. It was a film made in community with other diasporic Chinese Canadians looking to learn how to write their names and express that through dance. So it was truly a joyful experience to make the film, and I've been hearing from audiences at the Tower Theatre today that it was also joyful to watch. So thank you so much again.
Good evening. It's an honor to join you this evening on behalf of SaskTel and the Government of Saskatchewan to present the award for the Best Children's and Youth Production. SaskTel proudly supports the arts community and its importance to the culture of our province by supporting this event. There are many great milestones being achieved through video production that enhance the lives of children and youth and their developing worldviews. I'm pleased to have the honor of helping recognize those achieving their filmmaking goals. It's my pleasure to present the award for children's and youth production. Sponsored by SaskTel, this award recognizes any single production or series in any genre that is clearly intended for the entertainment and or education of children or youth. And the nominees are
Children's Youth Productions, presented by SaskTel. Why Am I? Production Company, YMI Season 4 Productions Incorporated. Honoring the Buffalo, Production Company, Silver Lake Productions Incorporated. 100 Miles, Production Company, National Film Board of Canada. Stories of the North, Production Company, Campfire Stories. Arctic Song, Production Company, Attacoot Productions Incorporated and the National Film Board of Canada co-production. Run, Jump, Play, Celebrating Neurodiversity, Production Company, Imagine Create Media Incorporated.
And the winner for children and youth production goes to Run, Jump, Play, Celebrating Neurodiversity.
When we win together, we celebrate together.
Okay, team, that's enough for today. Great first practice.
Part of a team, and when we work together, we struggle together, When we win together, we celebrate together, A part of something big, I'm on a hockey team.
All right. It's nice to be home in Saskatchewan. Grew up just down the road in Saskatoon. Autism is one word attempting to describe millions of stories. Our show, Run, Jump, Play, it tells the story of a handful of children on the autism spectrum and their journeys overcoming the stigma of neurodiversity and challenging the barriers in front of them to find courage and compassion in their communities, and finding each other, finding love and acceptance. And I looked at other filmmakers and the other nominees, especially in the children's category, and I see incredible work coming out of this country. I see filmmakers and artists doing things that are beautiful. And in a time like this, we need more beauty. So I welcome it and I congratulate my fellow nominees. On behalf of the producers back in Vancouver, including my wife, Tara Hungerford, I'd like to thank the TELUS Fund, the Shaw Rocket Fund, Rogers Sportsnet, Knowledge Network, TVO Kids, the Canucks Autism Network, and of course the talented cast and crew that worked passionately on this project. And of course I'd like to thank the Yorkton Film Fest for hosting such an incredible event. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. This means a lot. Thanks.
light is right in my eyes. It's my pleasure to present the Multicultural Award sponsored by the Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan, which the award was originated with the Multicultural Council of Yorkton. This award recognizes any single production in any genre that reflects Canada's racial diversity and multicultural landscape. I'd also like to welcome Ruslan, who arrived from Ukraine, who is here right now. He arrived 9 months ago, and this is his first major event. Slava Ukraina, Ruslan. And the nominees are
Multicultural, presented by Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan. The Girl Child, production company NotJustMedia.ca. Quiet Minds, Silent Streets, production company Operation Prefrontal Cortex. Guardians, post-secondary institution, Sheridan College. Love Ama, production company National Film Board of Canada. Paco, production company Boldly in association with MA Films Incorporated.
And the Multicultural Award goes to Paco.
Easy lang. Highway easy lang. Salamat mo ko eh. Kaya mo pera ko.
Pare, kung ano man yun, magagawa din natin ng paraan yan.
Wow. Thank you again so much. First of all, I'd like to thank the Yorkton Film Festival for always giving us a loving event. I actually just got here today, but I was telling Randy and Tanika, like, I can't miss Yorkton this year. This is my second year. Last year I had so much fun. Now we have our Table 14 family. But yeah, thank you so much for this award. I couldn't do this without the help of my producers at Boldly, my cast, Paco, Edward, and Jaime Kuya Jason, for really allowing us speak our truth. I've seen a lot of multicultural content out there, but it seems like the industry is still not listening. So hopefully with my voice, our voice as emerging filmmakers here, really look into what our work is, because the most authentic stories are about to come out in this industry. Again, thank you so much.
Not my turn.
Not my turn, it's my turn. Thank you and congratulations again to all the winners. Winning a Golden Sheaf Award is an honor. Being nominated is also a great accomplishment. But the festival is about so much more. Reconnecting with old friends, making new friends, workshops bringing us together to exchange ideas. There's great food. There's Manitoba parties. There's lots of things to celebrate.
Yes, especially those hospitality suites. For those of you who haven't been invited, you can give me $10 and I'll give you one of the numbers. All right, so we got to ask, because it is one of the major events of my season. I didn't eat for 3 days before Lobster Fest. How many of you went to Lobster Fest last night? So, of course, when we moved to Saskatchewan, we didn't realize Saskatchewan lobster, it's a thing. It rolls trippingly off the tongue, and thank goodness, because it was just wonderful. A big thank you to the Lions Club for cooking up the lobster and those thick, thick steaks you only get here. The Saskatchewan Wildlife Federation, of course, for their patience and coaching. at the skeet shooting. So there really is nothing more terrifying than a group of creative people holding guns, especially when there's an award show the following night. So just remember, we now have 3 more awards to give out, and keep your guns at bay.
Just before we get going, I would be remiss in also thanking the paparazzi from the Paper Bag Players for providing such an amazing red carpet experience before we entered the gala. And of course, Cynthia's fine hospitality at this festival as well. It's unparalleled what goes on when we're done all of our panels and workshops. Our next category is community television productions sponsored by Access Communications Cooperative. We'd like to thank them for sponsoring the broadcast and live streaming of the gala. Presenting tonight is Corella Haynes, CEO. The City of Yorkton, where we all enjoy a fabulous lifestyle, and some of us get to enjoy it every year for 3 or 4 days, is proud to sponsor the Golden Sheaf Awards in the category of lifestyle and reality. Presenting the award is Councillor Quinn Hayter, City of Yorkton.
And presenting the scripted category award tonight is Chris McIver, President and Executive Director, or Executive Producer of Frank Digital. Welcome to the stage, won't you?
Access Communications Cooperative is proud to sponsor the Golden Sheaf Award for Community Television Production. These are films in any genre that are produced by and intended solely for broadcast by Community Television Company, for which it owns the copyright. The nominees are
Community Television Productions, presented by AccessNow TV. The Moose Whisperer Production Company, Prairie View Productions. Gardening in the Heart Production Company, Queen Anne Pictures Incorporated. The Adaptive Ski Club Sasktel Challenge Production Company, Bamboo Shoots. Spotlight features Indigenous Stories Production Company, Shaw Communications. National Day for Truth and Reconciliation Production Company, Insight Productions.
the award for community television production goes to National Day of Truth and Reconciliation.
The City of Yorkton, where good things happen, is proud to sponsor the Golden Sheaf Award in the category of lifestyle and reality. The Golden Sheaf Award is presented to a continuing non-fiction series about daily living with topics such as design, home decoration, food, makeovers, sex, travel, and recreational interests. Programs may include elements shot in studio or in the field. And the nominees are
Lifestyle and Reality, presented by City of Yorkton. How I Got Here, Production Company, Forte Entertainment. The Amazing Race Canada, Production Company, Insight Productions. Wall of Chefs 2, Production Company, Insight Productions. Top Chef Canada Season 10, Production Company, Insight Productions. Sarah's Mountain Escape, Production company, Insight Productions.
And the award for lifestyle and reality goes to How I Got Here.
That feeling of belonging. I'm very proud of you. Feel that connection with a deeper history.
Oh, wow. Gave me chills. A walking stick. Thank you. Now I know where she's actually from, what she's been through.
It's a memory that will never fade, being there with my dad. I'm forever grateful for him.
Hey, it's my pleasure to present the Scripted Award, sponsored by Frank Digital. This award recognizes the programs either dramatized or comedic, featuring the portrayal of characters, settings, life situations, and stories which are partially or entirely fictional. The nominees are
Scripted, presented by Frank Digital. 5 True Friends. Amansuan. Tomato Can, production company, Panoramic Films. Eye of the Veil, production company, INK Films Incorporated. Woman Meets Girl, production company, Process Entertainment Incorporated.
And the winner is Eye of the Veil.
Francis?
Hey, excuse me. Where are you going? Excuse me.
Francis!
You can't go down there.
Francis!
Ma'am?
Francis! Francis!
Unfortunately, Dorothy was not able to be here tonight, but she has sent a note. I am sad that I could not make it to this significant event. However, I am with you all in spirit, and it is truly an honor and privilege to be alongside the finest. My first thought on the story is Now Eye in the Veil was all about inclusivity. Given the current climate of our world today, I wanted to share my thoughts on what we find when we pull back the veil of color and identity. We find our common humanity. Eye of the Veil is a story about coming together and embracing one another, about blurring unnecessary lines of color and identity to facilitate greater inclusivity in the world. Thank you, Yorkton Film Festival, for your devotion and generosity to the artists throughout the steadfast years. Thank you to our cast and crew and everyone who has made this film possible. Thank you to the Canada Council for Arts, Ontario Arts Council, Toronto Arts Council, the Cale Chernin Award, and thank you to Adam Agoyan for his guidance. To my husband for his unwavering belief in me, and of course to my 2 little boys who nagged constantly about the many times they had to repeat a scene. Much love to all. Dorothy.
The category of documentary series is sponsored by Wavelength Entertainment, and I've lost my page, it's an iPad. Wavelength Entertainment will be presented by Steve Allen, the principal partner.
History and Biography is sponsored by the Baileys and will be presented by Crystal Bailey.
And Valerie Creighton, Chief Executive Officer for the Canada Media Fund, will be presenting the award for Documentary Point of View. Please welcome Joanne McDonald, Crystal Bailey, and Valerie Creighton.
So Steve Allen.
What have I got here?
I don't know.
Why do I have your name?
I'm everywhere.
As I said, there is no teleprompter this evening, so I'm relying on charm, not intellect.
Yes.
Okay.
Please welcome Steve Allen, Crystal
Crystal
Bailey,
Bailey.
and a former host to the Golden Sheaf Awards, Valerie Creighton.
We may have her back.
I'm red for George right now. So the award for documentary series, sponsored by Wavelength Entertainment, includes nonfiction series exploring subjects, places, points of view, or events based on facts. The series must have a minimum of 3 episodes, and the nominees are...
Documentary series presented by Wavelength Entertainment. Going Native Season 2. Production company, Ice River Films and Paul Kemp Productions. We're All Gonna Die, Even J. Barishaw. Production company, 90th Parallel Productions Limited. By Hook or by Cook, The Lodge. Production company, Render Digital Media Limited. Staying Wild. Production company, Staying Wild Productions Incorporated. Paramedics, Emergency Response, Season 6. Production company, Fahrenheit Films.
And the winner is... Going Native, Season 2. Production company, Ice River Films and Paul Kemp Productions.
People think of buffalo and Indians as simply a subsistence. Yeah, that plays a role. The more important part of it is this cultural connection. We need to see that buffalo roaming out there.
All right, here you go, guys. Here you go. Here you go.
All right. I'm actually we're all stunned, I think, because the competition was incredibly amazing this year. This in the second year we've won this, so I'm very appreciative to the jury, to APTN who supported it. We're filming season 3. We're loving this. Our host, Drew, he's getting an award at McGill, honorary degree, on Monday. So he couldn't be here, and he's very, I know he wanted me to pass along all good wishes to everyone, and he hopes that everyone can watch the series on APTN on Friday nights at 8:30. Anyway, you guys...
Yeah, thank you. This is great. This is awesome for me because I grew up in Roblin, like 80 kilometers away on the Manitoba side, so it's a wonderful, wonderful experience to win in Yorkton, so thank you.
Before we go, Drew would really appreciate a picture of this, so I'm going to do a selfie with the guys, and if everyone can cheer, I'm going to just do that quickly, okay? Thank you.
I would now like to present the award Documentary History and Biography. They are documentaries with predominantly historical themes or those which document the life of a person or persons. And the nominees are
Documentary History and Biography, presented by Bailey's Funeral and Cremation Care. Doing the Impossible, the story of the Developmental Disability Association. Production company, Star Jumper Films. Be Me Batuin, Where I Ran. Production company, Kijik Productions. Spindrift, The Barry Blanchard Story. Production company, Compass Media. Now That We Are Free, We Are Home. Production company, Aspen Films. Bill Reed Remembers. Production company, National Film Board of Canada.
the award for documentary history and biography goes to Spindrift, the Barry Blanchard story.
Fear piles up like spindrift.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
Pins me down. Suffocating. Why do I search for meaning in the mountains? Who's waiting for me?
This is fantastic. I don't know what to say because I really didn't think I had a chance of winning against all these other incredible nominees. Thank you very, very much to the Yorkton Film Festival. Thank you to the jurors for voting for us. Thank you to my wife Angela and our family. Thank you to Barry for trusting us with his story. Thank you to all Barry's friends and supporters who gave us enough money to get the film done. It's not easy making films these days. This is fantastic, and I hope you all get the chance to see the film. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Are you having fun? Promise I'm not going to touch anything. No, we're not supposed to say anything. We've been directed not to, but I think most of you who know me know I'm very bad at taking direction. So just wanted to tell the festival team, Randy and your gang, I can't tell you how many times over the last couple of days I've had senior artists and documentary filmmakers who came for the first time, and a lot of young people say how fucking fantastic Yorkton is, the best festival in the country. So congratulations to you guys. And I know the minister had to leave and the government has been thanked for their contribution, but we've just been through this at the federal level, and I can tell you from personal experience, these things, money for content, for the arts, for film, for creativity, organizations, do not happen at a cabinet table without a champion. And in your minister, Laura Ross, you have a very, very aggressive champion at that table. So whenever you get a chance, phone her, thank her, send her a letter. It's hard work, and they often go unacknowledged. So please let her know you appreciate every effort she has made. So I'd now like to present the Documentary Point of View Award. This award recognizes documentaries which present a personal, first-person, or filmmaker narrative and is sponsored by Creative Saskatchewan. And the nominees are
Documentary Point of View, presented by Canada Media Fund. The Climate Baby Dilemma, production company, 90th Parallel Productions Limited. Residual Splendor, production company, Super. Love Ama, production company, National Film Board of Canada. Children of War, production company, Wavelength Entertainment Group Incorporated. A Motorcycle Saved My Life, production company, National Film Board of Canada.
Award for Documentary Point of View goes to The Climate Baby Dilemma, production company, 19th Parallel Productions.
I really wanted to be a mom. You know, that's something that's really important to me. And so taking those steps was really hard, and it wasn't a decision I took lightly. If I don't have a future, I'm not going to have children. And like without children, there's no future. As one young person, you know, that's powerful enough, but then when it becomes thousands and thousands of young people all saying the same thing, that's something that people are noticing.
Wow, thank you so much, Yorkton. This is my first Yorkton, and it's been so great. It's a real honor. Yeah, I pretty much like almost died making We're All Gonna Die. And then this project, the stories really broke my heart. So it's nice to be here and to get this recognition. It feels like resurrection a little bit. And it's wonderful to be with so many talented filmmakers and to see their work and to shoot guns with them. And it's also been like really wonderful to see Charlotte Engel, who actually commissioned this project. So I really appreciate, yeah. So huge thank you to the CBC and to Charlotte for taking a leap on this topic. It was not without controversy. And I just want to thank my creative team as well, my editors, and my producing partners, Simone Zucker and 90th Parallel, Stuart Henderson, and I'm probably forgetting some people, but yeah, thank you again, Yorkton. This is really great, and thank you to all the nominees and filmmakers who've been so lovely to hang out with, and the broadcasters I got to shoot guns with. Also shout out to Tina, the broadcaster on We're All Gonna Die. I really enjoyed shooting some guns with you as well. All right, thank you.
We're all gonna die. I don't know, but that kind of resonates. Let's take a moment to appreciate and thank the many people who come together to help make the festival happen, shall we? To those lovely shuttle drivers who happily run us from one event to the next with a smile on their face. To the volunteers at YFF On Demand and program screenings who make viewing the work possible. And to the board of directors of the YFF and the jury members from across Canada who painstakingly adjudicated this year's entries.
Thanks also to Java Post and Twisted Pair Productions for their work putting together the fabulous show reel. Big thanks to Java Post. Randy Shumay is with us tonight, and as always with one of his favorite people, his mom Elizabeth Shumay. And also thanks for Twisted Pair for the voiceovers. Thanks for all your help, Carrie. And we'd also like to do a special thanks to Janet Hill. She's volunteering with us here. I think you're even driving shuttles. She's a past chair of the festival and keeps supporting the festival. Thanks, Jen.
The next category, Documentary Arts and Culture, is sponsored by SAS Culture, presented by Yvonne Hotsack, who's a member of the board of directors of SAS Culture. The category of Documentary Social Political is sponsored by Sask Arts, formerly the Sask Arts Board, will be presented by the CEO, someone I know very closely. We are not officially married, but maybe this hint will drop in there. Mr. Michael Jones will be presenting that award.
No pressure on Michael,
None,
hey?
none.
All right. The category of Documentary Science, Nature, Technology is sponsored by Java Post Productions and will be presented by a board member of the festival and the partner supervising producer of Java Post, Randy Shumay. Welcome to the stage.
Documentary Arts and Culture. This award recognizes excellence in documentaries relating to the world of arts and culture. Documentary Arts and Culture is sponsored by SAS Culture, and the nominees are
Documentary Arts and Culture, presented by SAS Culture. Drag Heels, production company, Border to Border Entertainment, in association with Out TV. Finding My Father, production company, Holding Space Films. Mabungu, Being in the World, production company, Mouvement Perpetuel. Woodwriter, The Wordless Art of George A. Walker, production company, The Order of Nervous Chickens. Upstairs with David Amram, production company, National Film Board of Canada.
And the winner is Woodwriter, The Wordless Art of George A. Walker. They're not here this evening, so I will read a little note from them. Good evening. I wish I could be there with you tonight in Yorkton, the highly regarded and oldest film festival in Canada. Unfortunately, due to previous commitments, I'm unable to join you all there to enjoy this moment in the wonderful province of Saskatchewan. Celebrating Canadian content made by Canadian talent is more important than ever in this age of streaming and global access to media. I think everyone here deserves recognition and should be proud of what they have accomplished and contributed to our culture. I'm especially thrilled that you have chosen to honor Woodrider, a film about a Canadian artist who proudly explores Canadian characters in his work. I would like to thank the Festival Selection Committee and jury for awarding my film a Golden Sheaf tonight. This is truly a great surprise and meaningful accolade. Not only is it a very prestigious award, it is a very well-designed and aesthetically pleasing, to which only adds to the tremendous lift it gives me. I must acknowledge the collaborators who helped create this film by making significant contributions. John Marcinet, the cinematographer, Nicholas Sterling, the composer, Katrina Kalev, the animator, and Theo Nunn, whose digital wizardry enabled George to share the screen with Mary Pickford. Of course, the film would not exist without the most essential collaborator of all, the curious and eccentric subject himself, George A. Walker. Many heartfelt regards from all of us to all of you. Jeff Winch.
Two things. I'm not afraid to touch the microphone. And I don't bow to any marital peer pressure. The Golden Sheaf Award for the category of documentary social political is sponsored by Sask Arts and is presented to a documentary that explores politics, social issues, and current events. The nominees are
Documentary, Social and Political, presented by Sask Arts. Undertaker for Life, production company, National Film Board of Canada. Curb Your Carbon, production company, Infield Fly Productions. The Fifth Estate, The Convoy and the Questions, How a Protest Paralyzed a Capital, production company, CBC The Fifth Estate. The Pretendians, production company, Paul Kemp Productions. Spud Island, production company, 32 Pictures.
Goes to The Pretendians.
Counterfeit art. This is the indigenous Chucky. And from stolen Indian tax benefits.
They sold thousands and thousands of these cards.
To lost jobs meant for real natives.
In this way, they are literally erasing us by replacing us.
Why are there so many fake Indians these days? Is it all about money and jobs? Or is there something deeper going on? I need to understand the Pretendians.
All right. Thank you again, and as you can see, I do a TV series on APTN with Drew, and this was a one-off documentary that explored one of the biggest issues facing Canada today. I think people in Saskatchewan know of a very famous professor at the University of Saskatchewan who's at the center of one of them. She plays a very small part in our film, but and I think we took on a big issue, and as Drew said at the Canadian Screen Awards, when he walked up, we actually were gifted with that one, and we were very grateful for that. He said, he walked up, I don't know if, there's a few people who were there, it was quite embarrassing for me. He walks up and he says, well, in kind of light of the nature of the film that deals with people taking the Indigenous voice away, I'd like to let the white guy take the award. And I was the Indigenous sidekick that day, and he is my business partner. I've loved working with him. He's done a great job. The show was on CBC. I really appreciate them supporting us. and putting it on. It's been doing great on Gem. The reserves are buying it. We're getting calls all the time from the schools. They're discussing it. We had a great screening today. To the handful of people who were there, that was really, really interesting chat after. I think it's sparking discussions, so please watch it if you haven't. It's on CBC, and thank you very much to Yorkton and the festival. You guys are doing such a great job. I'll be back next year. So.
Hello, it's great to be here tonight, and I am honored the members of the festival board this year have welcomed me on board. Joanne and Ron have not really tasked me with too much yet, but I'm sure that I'll only get decidedly worse. But I'm on it, and with great people, including Bob Maloney, who's backstage. Growing up in the 80s, I don't know if anybody knows this, or too many people know this, but Bob was an absolute TV star around here. Now, we didn't have a lot of channels back then, but still impressive. Like, I'm with Bob, but I digress. So the Golden Sheaf Award for the category of documentary, science, nature, technology is sponsored by Java Post Production and is presented to a documentary that explores topics and/or issues in the nature, environmental, science, medicine, or technology fields. The nominees are
Documentary Science, Nature, Technology, presented by Java Post Production. The Musical Animal, production company, Soleado Entertainment. Grassy Narrows, Poisoned with Mercury, production company, Radio-Canada CBC. Ice and Fire, tracking Canada's climate crisis, production company, Yap Films Incorporated. Cracked, the perplexing world of egg donation, production company, Catapult Pictures Dreaming Bird. Rot, production company, Biofilm Productions.
all right, and the winner is, come on, baby. All right. The Musical Animal.
Over the past decade, biologists have asked the same question. Working with songbirds and other animals, they have found intriguing clues about how some other species react to or make their own music. New fields of research are emerging, and scientists are asking if there's any evidence of shared musical traits between human and non-human animals. They wonder, could music have deeper roots in other animals than we have ever imagined?
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Yorkton. I'm thrilled. I have nothing written because there are so many wonderful productions. First, I'd like to thank Sue Dando at the CBC for taking a big chance with this program, and also Leslie Burchard, who's here, who helped shepherd it through. We shot during the pandemic, and let me tell you, I also really want to thank the CMF, because without their support in this country, our programming would not get made. I'd like to thank the Alberta Film and Tax Credit, which really made a difference, woohoo! Also to Cavco, and of course to our wonderful crew who worked tirelessly, and we were masked and hand sanitized and everything, and also to the wonderful scientists who gave of their time, who allowed us to come and see them at the height of the pandemic, and to the musical animals, because they were truly fantastic. Music is inherent in all of us. So thank you so much for recognizing that. Thank you.
Congratulations to those worthy winners.
Before we go to our next category, let's just take a second to recognize our Golden Sheaf assistants tonight, Andrea Pura and Georgia Robinson. Thanks for helping us out. Animation is sponsored tonight by Telefilm and will be presented by Shelley McDougall, a YFF board member. And the Experimental Award is sponsored by Saskatchewan Lotteries and will be presented by, I think, a newcomer to Regina, to Yorkton, Bob Maloney. He's also a YFF board member.
And the mental health category. Why do I always get the mental health category? Sponsored by Warner Brothers Discovery Access Canada and presented by Melanie Hadley, Senior Director.
Welcome to the stage.
People have forgotten that going to the movies is about more than just watching. Yo, next one's on this guy.
What? He's the cheapest one here.
It's the buzz, before and after. The anticipation and the ritual before the show.
Here you go.
Thank you. Let me dress this up a bit. Here you go.
All right. Cinnamon one, right to your left. I'm so excited.
It's the excitement that builds as the lights dim low. The big screen. And even bigger emotions. The powerful sound of someone else's story and seeing yourself reflected in it. It's experiencing something beyond your imagination and the way it makes you feel like a kid again. Losing yourself in a well-directed masterpiece. Laughing at the movie and then laughing at the person who can't stop laughing. It's the experience you can only get at the theater. This film is inspired by Canadians' movie memories, including mine. It's time to get back to it. Feel again at a theater near you.
It is my pleasure to present the award for the animation film category. This award recognizes excellence in any frame-by-frame or computer-assisted animated film or video that relies primarily on creative animation techniques to tell a story. The nominees are
Animation, presented by Telefilm Canada. Corvine. Me, Mahmoud, and the Mint Plat. Production company, Sororan Pictures. Zeb's Spider. Production company, National Film Board of Canada. 8 Rooms. The Flying Sailor. Production company, National Film Board of Canada.
For animation goes to The Flying Sailor.
Thank you. This is an incredible honor. This is such a wonderful festival. It is such a privilege to be here. We're enjoying every minute of it. I think it's the best festival. I really do. Thank you to Yorkton. Thank you to the jury. This is wonderful. So we make films that are very short and take a very long time to make. And in that time, there's a lot of mistakes, blind alleys, experimentation, and I'm not exaggerating when I say there's nowhere else we could make it other than the National Film Board of Canada. So we're very lucky to have them and to be Canadian. And so we have felt infinitely supported by our producer, David Christensen. This guy. And also by the tech services that are unparalleled, and also the marketing departments, everything. It's really wonderful for...
And the Northwest Studio,
yeah.
Some of whom are here tonight, which is fabulous.
So we do literally owe our careers to the National Film Board. It's really the true thing. So David, would you like to say anything?
I just want to say, I mean, I was lucky enough to work with Wendy and Amanda on this film, and I think it's such a fantastic short animation film. And people who know me are sort of probably sick of hearing this, but I think it's important just to state that, you know, we get a parliamentary allocation every year, and that allows us to make these films, and the people that give us the parliamentary allocation are you. And so if you paid your taxes in the last 5 years or so, you helped support this film. And so thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
We're supposed to go this way.
Good evening. It's my pleasure this evening to be presenting the experimental category on behalf of Sask Lotteries. And I would also like to say that it is the best festival. In 76 years, there has been no one shot that we will admit to. On behalf of Sask Lotteries, they're a long-standing fundraiser that provides a real, honest chance of winning and a guarantee of supporting your community. Every year, the sale of Lotto Max, 649, and other lottery products in Saskatchewan help fund more than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups across Saskatchewan, as well as many exciting events, including the Yorkton Film Festival, that help us to celebrate the incredible talent of people across the province and the country. Congratulations to all of the Yorkton Film Festival nominees and winners, as well to the festival organizers. Sask Lotteries would also like to deliver a special thank you to all of the volunteers who are contributing to this event and the arts and culture community in Saskatchewan. Volunteers are the foundation of Saskatchewan's lottery-funded sport, culture, and recreational system, and their impacts are long-lasting and far-reaching. Without their hard work and dedication, events like this one would not be possible. Today, volunteers and filmmakers like yourselves are creating innovative and impactful sport, culture, and recreation experiences that make communities across Saskatchewan more vibrant. Saskatchewan Lotteries is a fundraiser and always proud to support, and together we all win. Now this evening we are presenting the Experimental Award, and it is presented to a filmmaker's expression in any genre using unconventional and innovative production practices and techniques. The nominees are
Experimental, presented by Sask Lotteries. By Winds and Tides, production company, National Film Board of Canada. Dallo, Gutter, production company, Productions Toboggan. Lee Buffalo Ain Lu Kishu, production company, Dye Films. Plume. A stumble cry, perhaps.
And your winner this evening, Plume.
Well, thanks, Yorkton. I always have a great time here, so I just want to shout out to Randy and Tanika and the dedicated volunteers for putting on such a wonderful festival. I always feel welcome here, and yeah, so Plume was really a film that was kind of sparked by my daughter. My daughter was like, "Hey, Dad, you want to make a film together?" And I said, sure. And so I went into my fridge and I took out a couple of rolls of film and I'm like, I'll teach you how to make a film. And of course, when Dad becomes teacher, then the interest wanes and she went off and I continued the project, but I also just want to dedicate this to all the birds that are having a lot of issues dealing with climate change. So that was kind of the initial idea that really started this project. I want to thank Sask Arts for support and also the Saskatchewan Film Pool Cooperative. And I also want to thank my wonderful sound designer who had a lot of patience doing a lot of field recordings of the bird calls. So thank you.
I think I'm going to stand elegantly to the side because these microphones aren't doing us shorts any favors. Anin Indigenous Makwatotem. My name is Melanie Nipanak Hadley. I'm a member of Minagozi Biwe. Honestly, guys, we just changed it back. Formerly known as Pine Creek First Nation. Really happy to be here tonight. I know that was Dave McLeod because I think he is also a member. So there's two of us in the house, guys. I'm here to present the Golden Sheaf Award for the category of mental health. It's sponsored by Warner Brothers Discovery, which I'm so happy to be representing tonight, and is presented to any film that promotes the understanding of and or depict the realities of we need a teleprompter, of those living with mental health issues. And the nominees are
Mental Health, presented by Warner Brothers Discovery Access Canada. Love Ama, production company, National Film Board of Canada. Now That We Are Free, We Are Home, production company, Aspen Films. How's Your Mom? A Motorcycle Saved My Life, production company, National Film Board of Canada. Quiet Minds, Silent Streets, production company, Operation Prefrontal Cortex.
And the winner is, and I brought my little blade up to cut the envelope. Fortunately and unfortunately, I don't ever really get to use it that much. The Quiet Minds, Silent Streets by Operational Prefrontal Cortex.
The more I do this, the more I realize we have to do it ourselves. Look what this community did, and they did it by themselves. Imagine more people bringing meditation into their sphere of influence. The teacher to their students, the students to their friends, the police officer to their colleagues, the prisoner to their fellow inmates, and when they get out, bringing meditation to the people in the streets shooting the guns. Imagine how that would transform the community. Because with quiet minds, we can have silent streets.
Thank you so much. What a huge honor, first of all, to be here and in the company of such amazing filmmakers and films nominated. But the Mental Health Award, this film was such a meaningful project for all of us going into it. This started for me and two of my partners in the organization, Operation Prefrontal Cortex, and at the end of 2018, when Toronto had its most violent year, where gun violence went up 50%. And I know we've been talking a lot about all the fun we've had on the range, but there is a problem, and that problem comes from what chooses us to make the decision to be violent, to pick up a gun and shoot somebody. And so this kind of investigative process, this TED Talk that started us on this journey with our organization, and it led us to the community of Malton. And in the summer of 2019, Jonathan Davis, a 17-year-old boy, was struck in one of Ontario's worst mass shootings. And I'd very much like to dedicate this award to Jonathan Davis and his family and the community of Malton for sharing their stories with us. This is all because of you, and I hope if you haven't had a chance to see it, come find me and I will share a screener with you. We just want people to see the film. And just a major thank you to our crew, who worked tirelessly, to Headspace and XTR for helping us make this film, to my partners, Director X, and Karen Chapman, who wishes she could be here tonight, but she is expecting a baby, so big cheers for her. So she can't travel right now, but she would have loved to be here. And lastly, this is for the youth, and thank you to them. This is in the words of Karen, but for continuing to remind us that they have the power to lead us if we were to let them. So thank you very much. This is a major honor. Thank you.
Congratulations to them.
Please welcome to the stage Erin Dean, CEO of Creative Saskatchewan. She will be presenting in the category of short subject fiction, sponsored by Creative Saskatchewan. She's short subject nonfiction. There's a real difference there, I understand. The Short Subject Fiction Award is sponsored by Saskatchewan Media Production Industry Association. Presenting this year's award is Mike McNaughton, president of Sympia.
And where has it gone? It has gone far, far away.
Do you want me to help you out?
No, I don't think. I think eventually I'll turn to the right page. Series Award, is that what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Series Award is sponsored by City TV Saskatchewan. Presenting tonight is, oh yes, Joanne McDonald, General Manager and Festival Co-Chair.
Everybody, welcome to the stage.
Including you.
I'll just go over here.
On behalf of Creative Saskatchewan, I'm happy to be here tonight to present the award for short subject nonfiction. This award recognizes a nonfiction production in any genre on any subject that is 15 minutes or less in length. And the nominees are
Short subject nonfiction, presented by Creative Saskatchewan. Quiet Minds, Silent Streets, production company, Operation Prefrontal Cortex. A Century in the Making, the Stu Crawford Story, production company, Courage Films. The Girl Child, production company, NotJustMedia.ca. I would like to thank my body. I hurt myself.
And the 2023 Golden Sheaf winner is Quiet Minds, Silent Streets.
The more I do this, the more I realize we have to do it ourselves. Look what this community did, and they did it by themselves. Imagine more people bringing meditation into their sphere of influence. The teacher to their students, the students to their friends, the police officer to their colleagues, the prisoner to their fellow inmates, and when they get out, bringing meditation to the people in the streets shooting the guns. Imagine how that would transform the community. Because with quiet minds, we can have silent streets.
I'm a little overwhelmed right now. Thank you very much. This is such an honor. I made a joke back there. I'm like, I won't do an interview just yet because maybe we'll win another award, not thinking this was going to happen. So thank you, Yorkton. Oh my God, what a beautiful festival you are. And for just letting our story just have a little bit more light. Thank you very, very much. Thanks.
You know, there's actually a sign that says, don't touch the microphones. On behalf of Sympia, we're so thrilled to be part of this festival and to all the Saskatchewan filmmakers that we represent. The award for short subject fiction presented by Sympia recognizes a fiction production in any genre on any subject that is 15 minutes or less in length. And the nominations are
Short Subject Fiction, presented by Saskatchewan Media Production Industry Association. When Life Gives You Lemons, production company, Theatre Artaud, Toronto. Fable Deaf, production company, Deaf Crows Collective. Sissy, production company, Picosphere Incorporated. Send the Rain. Production company, Boldly. Menace.
Goes to Send the Rain.
You don't get to die.
I was told they were here.
No, don't dawn me. I refuse to explain to your nieces, to my daughters, why they're at... And tell the girls I love them.
So I don't see anybody, but we'll accept the award on their behalf, and thank you very much.
I feel like I should have changed my dress. You'd think it was a different person coming up here. The series award is sponsored by City TV Saskatchewan and is a program in any genre that follows a thematic or narrative through line over the course of at least 3 episodes. Let's have a look at the nominees.
Series, presented by Rogers City TV Saskatchewan. Gay Mean Girls, Season 2. Production company, Obvious Allegory. Geomapping Love. Production company, V10 Media. Avocado Toast, their series, Season 2. Production company, Border to Border Entertainment. Abracadavers, Season 2. Production company, Numera Films. Resting Potential. Production company, Shaw Purdue.
And the winner is Gay Mean Girls, Season 2.
My dad's getting me a meeting with the Woodrow Selection Committee next weekend.
Oh my gosh, how stupendalicious. Another win for the Nepo baby.
Whoa, don't Ronan Farrow me. Not all of us need to be the diversity hire to succeed.
And not all of us need to try so hard to be funny. Some of us just are.
Hey, Lily? Can I talk to you about borrowing the camera?
So if nobody's coming up, we'll accept this award on behalf and make sure we get it out to them. Thank you.
So, on an unrelated news note, apparently in the Regina area there is a tornado warning until 10:30 p.m. With that in view, since we don't have an intermission tonight, you may want to go to the bar and get yourself something to drink. I believe they're still open. If they aren't, please get me a double. Many of you tonight here are established in the filmmaking business, and many of you have been award winners. It's great that the Film Festival also looks to the future, encouraging and nurturing people who are up and coming in the film industry. Our next award is for Emerging Filmmaker. It's sponsored by RBC Foundation. I'd like to ask Lori Chute, Community Manager, Parkland Market, to come onto the stage.
And the Golden Sheaf Award for Student Productions is sponsored by Legacy Cooperative Association. To present the award, please welcome Larry Oft, longtime festival volunteer and an amazing shuttle driver. Welcome to the stage.
Good evening. At RBC, we believe that the arts bring life and excitement to communities, which is why we support programs that encourage artists to build their careers through the RBC Emerging Artists Program. We are extremely proud to be partnering with the Yorkton Film Festival for the Emerging Filmmaker Award. This award will go to a director who has made his or her first professional film, fiction or nonfiction, in any genre. The nominees are
Emerging Filmmaker, presented by RBC Foundation. Rot, production company, Biofilm Productions. Cicerone, production company, Bison Filmworks. If the Sharks Could Talk. Journey to Our Homeland, production company Sheba Films. The Rainbow Bridge, production company Keep Your Stick on the Ice Productions.
And the award for the emerging filmmaker goes to Rot.
Some things are hard to swallow, but when digested, allow for infinite becoming. As it is, we only have a taste. And once swallowed, we too are not dead. We are rot.
Thank you so much. Oh, do I just talk up here? Thank you so much to the Yorkton Film Festival, to everybody in the audience, to, just a ton of other people as well, for sure. Rot. Rot is a time-lapse art film about the beauty of decay, and it sort of encourages audiences to sort of see the beauty in these disgusting things like rotting vegetables, rotting animals. A friend even donated her placenta unsolicited to us. So it's sort of about that. It's about appreciating the beauty of the cycle of life, and the interconnectedness of life, and how humans are not the center of life. We're sort of a part of a vast web, as obviously climate change is showing us. And so we hope that it encourages people to be more curious and compassionate. And I also thank my collaborator Anna Sigerther, who couldn't be here today, unfortunately, and our composers Randolph Peters and Joshua Makaiwa. And have a great night, everybody.
Legacy Cooperative Association is proud to present the award for student production, which is awarded to a non-fiction production that is produced and or directed by a full-time student enrolled in a post-secondary institution. The nominees are
Student Productions, presented by Legacy Cooperative Association. We're Burning Up, Post-Secondary Institution, SFU. No Entry, Post-Secondary Institution, Cégep de Granby. Les Crottés, Post-Secondary Institution, Concordia University. Happiness is Like Sand, Post-Secondary Institution, INIS, Montreal. There Was Nothing, Post-Secondary Institution, INIS, Montreal.
The award for student production goes to, if I can get this open. Gosh. There Was Nothing, production company INIS, Montreal.
Qu'est-ce que je fais? Je dormais la nuit. Envoie-moi un signe, un message, quelque chose, s'il te plaît. Pourquoi j'ai pas resté morte? Faut pas que tu dises des choses comme ça. J'en peux plus, j'en peux plus.
This is a message. Good evening to all. This message is from Beatrice Mukhaber, producer, and Alexandre Levine, director of the film There Was Nothing. We are so happy and humbled to receive this award. We want to thank the festival and its organizers for the selection and nomination. We couldn't be prouder. We also want to thank the Innis Institute, I'm sorry, I'm not going there, French, Montreal for the mentoring and support, as well as the cast for their fantastic performance and professionalism. And last but not least, the devotion of the crew members and their expertise and time in making this film a reality. We apologize greatly for not making the event in person, but thank you again. I hope you enjoyed our film.
Now for our next categories. Director Nonfiction, sponsored by the Yorkton Auto Group. Sorry, the Yorkton Royal Auto Group. We'd like to thank the Royal Auto Group for sponsoring the shuttles, which have been taking our filmmakers back and forth from Regina and out to Lobster Fest. So a huge round of applause for Terry Ortinsky and the Royal Auto Group for helping us all get to Yorkton. Presenting this evening for the award is Terry Ortinsky, Dealer Principal.
And a special note about the sponsor of the Director Fiction Award, the Norman and Margaret Jewison Charitable Foundation. The foundation has been a longtime supporter of these awards, and for no other reason than to simply support Canadian filmmakers. Norman Jewison has had a hand in some of the most successful of Hollywood films. The Yorkton Film Festival is extremely grateful for the foundation's support again this year. Feel free.
Yeah. And presenting for the category Director Fiction is Dana Leshuk, Yorkton Film Festival board member.
And the award for research is sponsored by the Yorkton Business Improvement District and is presented by Donna Brothwell, Executive Director. Welcome to the stage.
Good evening. My name is Terry Ortinsky, and the award for the Director of Nonfiction, sponsored by our Royal Auto Group, and the nominees are
Director Nonfiction, presented by Royal Auto Group. How I Got Here, directors Jim Morrison IV, Dylan Rebling. Production company, Forte Entertainment. Woodwriter, The Wordless Art of George A. Walker. Director, Jeff Winch. Production company, The Order of Nervous Chickens. Mabungu, Being in the World. Directors, Marlene Miller, Philip Sporer. Production company, Mouvement Perpetuel. A Century in the Making, The Stu Crawford Story. Director, Mike Downey. Production company, Courage Films. Spindrift, The Barry Blanchard Story. Director, Ivan Hughes. Production company, Compass Media.
the award for Director of Nonfiction goes to How I Got Here.
That feeling of belonging. I'm very proud of you. Feel that connection with a deeper history.
Oh, wow. Gave me chills. A walking stick.
Thank you.
Now I know where she's actually from, what she's been through.
It's a memory that will never fade, being there with my dad. I'm forever grateful for him.
Unfortunately, due to the shooting schedule conflict, the director could not be here to accept the Golden Sheaf. They extend their gratitude to the Yorkton Film Festival. Thank you.
Good evening. The Norman and Margaret Jewison Charitable Foundation is pleased to sponsor the Golden Sheaf Award for the Director of Fiction Film Project. The nominees are
Director Fiction, presented by Norman and Margaret Jewison Charitable Foundation. Paco, Director Kent Donginis, production company boldly in association with MA Films Incorporated. Geomapping Love, Director Nicolas Legendre Duplessis, Production Company V10 Media. Dallo, Gutter, Director Theodore Drusbach, Production Company Productions Toboggan. The Flying Sailor, Directors Wendy Tilby, Amanda Forbes, Production Company National Film Board of Canada. Fable Deaf, Director Christine R. Els, Production Company Deaf Crows Collective.
The award for Director Fiction goes to The Flying Sailor.
Wow, thank you. Well, thank you. This is convenient because I was sitting there thinking, you know, we didn't thank our composer and, and other people, the creative people who helped us on the film, like Anna Braun and Nick Mermet and Billy Dyer. Anyway, just in case
It gets back to
it
them.
gets back to
Yes.
them that we didn't mention.
Luigi Alamano, our composer. But
That's right.
again, this is a thrill, and this is really a surprise, such a wonderful field, and it's so great to see all this creativity. Just you can just feel the energy in this room tonight, and that's a wonderful thing. And as we're talking about directors, I think I ought to take this opportunity to thank my co-director, who is the best. She's the best.
Thank you, likewise.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. I agree with the mics. They're like, well, right in your face. Anyway, on behalf of the YBID, or the Yorkton Business Improvement District, and its board of directors and over 400 members, we are proud to be part of the Yorkton Film Festival for 2023. The YBID started in about 2004, helping bring growth, beautify, and prosperity in the Yorkton community. The Flower Pots, we're known as the Flower Pot people. And we continue to also support such great events such as the Golden Sheaf Awards. This year, the YBID sponsors the Research Award, and this award recognizes the work of a researcher in a documentary production, and the nominees are
Research, presented by Yorkton Business Improvement District. Quiet Minds, Silent Streets. Researchers Karen Chapman, Sarah Basso. Production Company, Operation Prefrontal Cortex. War for the Woods. Researchers Sean Stiller, Jeff Morrison, Jolene Banning, Dave Wells, Mike Downey. Production Company, Makwa Creative. Now That We Are Free, We Are Home. Researcher Colby Mike. Production Company, Aspen Films. Doing the Impossible, the story of the Developmental Disability Association. Researcher David Ozier. Production Company, Star Jumper Films. Journey to Our Homeland. Production Company, Sheba Films.
And the award for research goes to Journey to Our Homeland.
Where we are this morning is called Piagon River, and we're going to hit Piagon Lake, you know, just up a couple more portages. And we're here to show the young people how we traveled a long time ago. This is one of the old canoe routes great-grandfathers used to travel. We wanted to show where people actually came from before the government put us on the reservations, you know.
Unfortunately, the filmmakers were not able to make it today. They were driving all the way from Thunder Bay, Ontario, and developed some car issues. So, yeah, they're truly obliged for this great honor and recognition given to them by the Yorkton Film Festival. Thank you.
Presented by the National Film Board of Canada, the Kathleen Shannon Award is given to a filmmaker whose production reflects voices which are rarely heard. The award will be presented by Stéphanie Lécuyer, NFB Assistant Director for Creation and Programming.
Welcome to the stage, Stephanie.
Thank you. The National Film Board Kathleen Shannon Award is a $1,000 cash award and plaque presented to the filmmaker whose production exemplifies diverse, cross-cultural storytelling and novel in unique ways. Kathleen Shannon was a Canadian film director and producer. Shannon joined the NFB in 1956 as a music editor. In 1974, after lobbying for the NFB to establish a women's film unit, the NFB created Studio D, of which Shannon served as executive producer. Studio D was the first government-funded film studio dedicated to women filmmakers in the world. So the nominees are
Kathleen Shannon Award, presented by National Film Board of Canada. Paco, production company, boldly in association with MA Films Incorporated. Journey to Our Homeland, production company, Sheba Films. The Girl Child, production company, notjustmedia.ca. Mabungu, Being in the World, production company, Mouvement Perpetuel. Quiet Minds, Silent Streets, production company, Operation Prefrontal Cortex.
And the award goes to, Paco, production company, film both in association with Amer Films, Inc.
Easy lang? Ay, na easy lang? Kasalanan mo to eh. Iyanan mo pera ko.
Pare, kung ano man yun, magagawa din natin ng paraan yan.
Wow. Thank you again so much for this award, Yorkton Film Festival. You're the best. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our funders. We're the last round of Harold Greenberg Fund, the BC Shorts program with this film. It's the first Filipino film they funded. I was so happy. BC Arts Council, National Film Board, Filmmaker Assistance Program, the Canadian Film Center Accelerator Program. These funders really supported me when I decided to take on fiction filmmaking as my first film, which is really exciting. And I also want to thank my crew. Like, this film wouldn't have been this beautiful without the help of my crew, my producers, Boldly, my cinematographer, Gerald Lim, my editor, Josh Aries, is also here, my production designer, Rowan, my composer, Katya, and everybody really who made this film possible. I'm really, really grateful for this award. Thank you again, Yorkton Film Festival, Randy, Tanika, and to everybody here, thank you so much, and also congratulations to all the nominees. Thank you.
And a congratulations to him as well.
As we celebrate the Yorkton Film Festival's 76th year, it's important to recognize the role the festival has played in the cultural history of Canada as the longest-running film festival in North America.
76 years ago, James Lycician, a field worker with the National Film Board, inspired a group of Yorkton residents to build the Yorkton Film Council. Ruth Shaw was one of the original founders in 1950 and the last one to attend our award galas until her passing in December 2013 at the age of 95.
She was a tireless volunteer and promoter, not only of the festival, but of the city, its businesses, and organizations for more than half a century. To mark Ruth's 90th birthday in 2008, her family and friends established a trust fund that continues to sponsor the Ruth Shaw Award, along with $750 for the festival entry judged to be the best of Saskatchewan. Ruth was extremely proud of this award, and the festival is honored to present the award in her memory.
At this time, we would like to invite Dick DeWright, longtime friend and colleague of Ruth, to present the Ruth Shaw Best of Saskatchewan Award.
Welcome to the stage.
As we near the end of the awards, it strikes me that many of the films, the clips we saw tonight, and the films that were entered, would sadly never see the light of day in Florida and increasingly many other states and places around the world. We can be grateful for where we are. And we're in Saskatchewan, where the Riders won their preseason game tonight. And we have another Saskatchewan winner coming right up. It's my pleasure to present the Ruth Shaw Best of Saskatchewan Award, along with $750, as was mentioned, given to a production in any genre, created by or featuring members of the Saskatchewan film and television community. And the nominees are
Ruth Shaw, Best of Saskatchewan, presented by Yorkton Film Festival. Fable Deaf, production company, Deaf Crows Collective. Len and his Spitfire. Together Forever in the Clouds, the 1946 RCAF Estevan Plane Crash Memorial Weekend. Production company, Prairie View Productions. French Enough, production company, National Film Board of Canada. Golden Opportunity, production company, CBC Saskatchewan.
And the Ruth Shaw Best of Saskatchewan Award, along with the Hiroshi, goes to Fable Deaf.
I just wanted to let you all know I don't need a microphone, so I won't be touching it. My goodness, wow, this is just a tremendous honor to receive this award. This is our first film with the Deaf Crows Collective. It's deaf-led. It's an entire deaf cast. And it's 100% filmed in Saskatchewan. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Joanne Weber. I'm the artistic director for the Deaf Crows Collective. And I'd like to say thank you to the Yorkton Film Festival for recognizing our work. But really, it's the skilled actors who've done all the work. We have Allard Thomas, Oscar Gradecki, Mustafa Albasi, and Fatima Antafia. We would also like to recognize the work of our director, Christine Els. Just such a skilled director and did so much work for our crew. And we'd also like to thank the producer and manager, and that is Michelle Gradecki. And the stage manager, Jeff. The interpreter didn't quite get the last name. But these are the people that made our movie shine. This is the first film that was led by deaf people in Saskatchewan, really probably most of Canada. This opens the door for people who are deaf actors, deaf artists, directors. This is really starting to be a good stepping stone. We would like to recognize some other sponsors. This weird and beautiful film was sponsored by the Saskatchewan Arts Board, the Canadian Council of the Arts, and the Saskatchewan Film Pool. Those are the groups that did support us. And we couldn't have that film without the group and without all of you. Hats off to you. Thank you. This is amazing. I wanted to say thank you to everyone here in this room. The Deaf Crows really wanted to say, you know, to be deaf and to be on the stage, to accept this award for this film. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
I think I just recognized one of the gentlemen I serve at the Q Lounge on Broad Street in Regina. It's just wonderful to see people out and around and being able to be understood. Whenever he and I see each other, we write on receipts that other people have left behind. So this is much more effective.
Yeah. Thank you and congratulations to all the winners so far.
So far.
My pages
now, my
are all
script
out of
says,
order.
Joanne, I'm just going to go ahead and say, it has been a lot of fun being here tonight. That's what the script says.
It has been a lot of fun being here tonight, hasn't it?
Yes,
We've had a great time, and we haven't been drinking backstage. We absolutely promise.
No, that never happened.
And we're really proud to have been asked back to host the Golden Sheaf Awards this year.
It may not happen again.
Yes.
Thank you very, very much.
So this festival is a jewel in the crown of Yorkton in the heart of Saskatchewan, 100%.
Wonderful. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, or those of you who have a film in contention, this is it, what they call the big one, the moment you've all been waiting for, the Best of Festival Award. It's sponsored by the Yorkton Film Festival and would be presented by the co-chairs Ron Irvine and Joanne McDonald. Come on up here, Ron, and join Joanne.
Thanks, George. We'll see you in a bit.
Good evening, everyone. As we said, the best of festival, but before we get to that award, just very quickly, just wanted a couple of things to cover here. Every year, we can't get 76 years of a film festival without the countless volunteers that have given hours and hours over the years. And every year, the board of directors makes sure to honor one of the volunteers, and that's usually done at the luncheon that we do, but it's hosted by the City of Yorkton every Friday. But this year, our recipient was so busy volunteering that he couldn't be at the luncheon. So we just wanted to take 2 seconds to call up Larry off and thank him for all the countless hours he's given us over the years. So. So throughout the night, obviously, there's been a lot of thank yous. To me, we have one last thank you to make, on behalf of the board of directors.
There's more thank yous.
There's more thank yous to
do
come.
another one,
But
yeah.
there's a big one that we want to make sure we do. On behalf of the board of directors and everybody here this evening, so I want to make sure we could not have this without our fearless leader, our executive director of our film festival. So we want to make sure to ask Randy Golden to come up and just all give her a big round of applause.
I know you love this. I just love
Thank you very much to Ron and to Joanne and all of the board and all of the volunteers, but my special thanks also go out to the team that I have with me every day. And it's a very large team. It's Tanika Walker. Tanika, stand up. And when we talk about how fortunate we are to live in Canada, to live in Saskatchewan, I have to say that Tanika joined us from her country, her home country of Jamaica, only a few short years ago. She is now a permanent resident, and last weekend she moved into her very own home that she purchased. That happens here in our land. And we always bring in a couple of young students to help us. And they bring energy and they revise us and they keep us grounded. And I really want to thank our students. We have Maggie Robertson and we have Amara Golden. So thank you very much, everyone. And this brings me joy every day going to work and working with the people in the office and the volunteers and the wonderful board, the programming committee that is so much fun to work with and that put all the panels and the workshops together for you. So thank you, and let's see you back next May 2024.
All right, now the big award. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Yorkton Film Festival, it's my pleasure to present the Best of Festival, recognizing the most outstanding production submitted to this year's festival. All category winners are eligible. The nominees are not released prior to the Golden Sheaf Awards tonight. And here are the nominees.
Best of the Festival, presented by Yorkton Film Festival. Paco Production Company, boldly in association with MA Films Incorporated. How I Got Here, Production Company, Forte Entertainment. Rot, Production Company, Biofilm Productions. Quiet Minds, Silent Streets, Production Company, Operation Prefrontal Cortex. The Flying Sailor, Production Company, National Film Board of Canada.
2023 Best of Festival Golden Sheaf Award goes to, I'll open it, you read it, Theo?
The Flying Sailor.
You'll take it, I'll congratulate you, David.
So your luggage is going to be heavy this weekend.
Yes. Who needs an Oscar? Yeah. Wow. I think I'm just going to pick up where we left off the last time to say that Amanda and I have been working together 28 years.
Yeah,
I
she
think-
said
yeah.
time to think about this. This is bad.
No, I haven't. Why in the world would I think I was?
That's true.
And I can just say how honored I am.
Thanks. Likewise. I wish we had, just to lighten the mood, I wish we could say we had something about unsolicited placentas to talk about. But we just,
No, but we do have full frontal male nudity. But
thank you so much. This really is an honor, and we're delighted. And it's repetitive. I know it's probably becoming tiresome, but we're so honored. Thank you so much.
David, say something.
I mean, Wendy's right. I mean, who does need an Oscar, really? I mean, we did go to that little award show, and it was fun, and it was Wendy, when we were sort of circulating there, we ran into this guy named Tom Cruise, and Wendy was fast enough to go, the sailor in our film did his own stunts as well. So, but the difference being is that this award, and I mean this honestly, is given with heart. So thank you very much to the festival. Thank you to Yorkton.
Well, looking at the clock, we're in a little bit of overtime, and thank goodness we're on Access Television and we're not being paid or paying them by the minute. So, we would like to thank you for joining us on the behalf of the Yorkton Festival for the 2023 Golden Sheaf Awards. A huge thanks to our live production crew from Access Communications Cooperative, who have been right out there in the van doing the work the whole time. And many thanks to the hardworking team of Christy Lights for their continued work and support of tonight's gala. Bruce and Alyssa, you're wonderful people. Thank you.
Thank you. A few more shout-outs. Jason Delsoy does our tech all weekend. He's unfortunately not able to be here with us tonight, but we couldn't do the festival without him. Thank you. And it's not in the script, George, sorry, but I just wanted to thank David McLeod. He came to the festival thinking he was just going to be a delegate, and we made him do more work as a volunteer, doing moderation, presentation, all kinds of things. Thank you, David. We really appreciate everything you did. And of course, to all our sponsors, they've been on the screens, they're in the program book. Thank you. We wouldn't be here without you. And the filmmakers, we definitely wouldn't be here without you. Thank you for your continued support of the Yorkton Film Festival. Did you get a new jacket for the festival?
Oh, we're finally talking about my wardrobe.
I know, I was kind of
Great.
like
Now that
leaving
they
it to
need
the
lots
end.
and lots of alcohol and you haven't had it. So, those of you who were here last year know that I changed clothes 3 times because I hadn't been on stage for so long and I was skinny enough to wear all my good stuff. This year, I'm wearing a jacket that costs so much that I can only wear one thing. I thought about coming out without pants, but it's television, so maybe not. That was an inappropriate dad joke.
Only after
Thank
9.
you.
Yeah, only after 9.
I'm here for the dad jokes. Well, want to make sure that you all enjoyed your stay in Yorkton, and we loved having you, and please, Have a safe trip home, everyone, and good night.
Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you back in Yorkton, May 23rd to 25th, 2024, for the 77th Yorkton Film Festival. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
If you'd like to share your feedback on the program you just watched, contact us today.